Morning and welcome to week 3 of Yoga with Mrs. Say. I am here in school today with my lovely year 4. Say hi guys.
Hi.
And they're going to join in with me as well. So we're going to start with our breathing today. And I want you to start off by placing your hands on your tummy. So it's really good when we're doing exercise to breathe from our bellies, and it's part of our body called our diaphragm. So we're going to start with taking a big deep breath in and then out. And you should feel it in your stomach. We're going to do 5 of those breaths then. So ready? Two done. Number 3. Well done. Brilliant. And we're going to move our breathing across to include our arms. So place your arms by your side. And as you do a deep breath in today, I want you to bring those arms up. So, and then all the way down. Place your palms down as you do this, as if you're pushing the air out your body. And again, we should still be breathing from our tummies. That's really important for our muscles during exercise. So can we do 3 of those for me? Are you ready? Excellent. And our yoga today is going to be all as if we are planting some flowers in our garden. So you've got your flower bed in front of you, and we are going to start off by digging out the soil in our flower bed before we plant some seeds. So what you need to do is you need to place one foot to the side, pointing forwards, and the other one behind, pointing out. And this is actually called warrior pose, but we are going to use it today to pretend we are digging. So I want you to instead bring your arms together and dig that soil down and throw it behind you. We're going to do that 5 times, and then we're going to swap and do the other side. So reach down, pull that soil up off the ground and throw it behind you. Get rid of all that soil from the flower bed. That's 2, 3, is it heavy? 4, and last one, 5. Excellent, guys. And we're going to swap to be the other way. So if you go back to facing the front, point your foot out, leave this other foot pointing forwards, and we're going to do the same again 5 times. Imagine you're scooping that soil out the flower bed and throwing it out the way because you don't want it on your flowers. Are you ready? Down and 1, 2, 3, reach right down as far as you can, 4, and 5. Brilliant. So we've now cleared the soil. Next, we need to plant our seeds. So get your seeds. You might have a little packet of them or something. And we're going to reach and place them. We don't place them near each other, so we're going to have to do some really good reaching now. So take one seed out and reach down and place it over here. Okay? And we're going to do a big semicircle of flower seeds. So let's go again. 2, 3, going in front of us now. 4, start to move the other way. 5, keep those legs straight if you can. 6, 7, 8. Do you think there's enough seeds?
Yes.
Should we add some more?
Yeah.
We'll go the other way this time. So we're going to start this way. We're going to do 8 going round in a big semicircle, putting our seeds down. So I've got my packet of seeds ready, taking one at a time. 1, 2, keep those legs straight if you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, brilliant. Let's bend down and have a seat. So we now need to cover our seeds so that they will grow in the soil. So we're going to use our legs as if they're a shovel. So there's 2 levels of difficulty you can do with this. So you can keep your feet low down on the floor, or you can try and do it with your legs raised a bit, and this will start to hurt the tops of your leg muscles and your tummy muscles, your abs. So place your hands either side of your bottom behind you, and you're going to imagine your legs, your heels are pulling the soil in. So you could do this by reaching out and pulling in. If you want, you can do it with your feet lifted off the floor all the time and go out, pull the soil in. Okay, and we're going to go from left to right. So I'm going to do 1, 2. Can we go again? 1, should be hurting your tummy muscles if you're keeping your feet off the floor. 1, 2, pulling that soil over the flowers. 2, and can we do one last pair? You're doing absolutely amazing, guys. I can see lots of you challenging yourself. 2, okay, and let's just pat that soil down around us. Make sure you do both sides. Okay, amazing. Right, so we're going to pretend to be our seeds now. So our seeds are all curled up in a little ball. Okay, and they're starting to grow. Okay, and they're starting to get their roots. That's what happens to our seeds first. So start to wiggle your fingers and your toes for me, as if your toes and fingers are those roots that are starting to grow. Okay, and we're going to do the whole flower growth 3 times. So the first time I'll teach you it, and the second and third time we'll do it together. Okay, so swing your knees behind you, so you're up, and this flower is starting to grow. Okay, and it might stretch out. Put your arms behind you. You don't need to turn around your students so you can see. And stretch. That flower's getting bigger. Oh, it's reaching up towards that sunshine, isn't it? Okay, and it's starting to grow up. And we're going to use our tree pose, but turn it into a flower pose today. So bring your leg across, your hands to your heart, and our flower pose goes all the way up and round like a beautiful flower. Okay, can we do that again? Hands to your heart, all the way up and round like a beautiful flower. Well done. Should we go back to the start? Go back to being your seed. Okay, so our seed is all nice and tightly curled up in a ball. Pull your feet and knees right in, get your head tucked in. While you're there, do some big breaths because you're about to grow. I'm going to do 2 big breaths. Okay, start to wiggle those toes, get those roots stretching out. Start to wiggle those fingers as those roots stretch out. Can you stretch out to the side a little bit? Spread your roots out. Get your anchors in that soil. And we're going to start to grow. Bring yourself higher. Slowly getting taller and taller and taller. Stretch out that back. That flower's now reaching up to the sun. I know grown-ups really like this. Is a good stretch for their back. Putting your hands on your hips and reaching back. Okay, start to grow up a bit taller. We're going to go tree pose on our other leg now. Bring it across. Get your balance if you need to look somewhere in the room. Hands to your heart. Grow up and spread out into that beautiful flower. Amazing. Let's do our flower again. Hands to your heart. And up and spread out into that beautiful flower. Okay, can we do our flower growing one last time? So we need to go right back to the start. I can see the guys in here know what they're doing now. Bring those feet right as close to your bottom as you can. And if you can get your heels touching your bottom, amazing. I'll turn the other way so people can see. Okay, head in. We're going to do 2 big breaths. Ready? And start to wiggle those toes for me. Bring that head up. Wiggle those fingers. Start to spread out your roots for me. Round to the side. Okay, brilliant. And come up onto your knees. Stretch out that back. Oh, that feels good. Stretching, ready to grow. Okay, up onto your feet. And we're going to do 2 flowers this time, 1 on each leg. Okay, so if you're finding it hard to bring it as high, remember you can just cross your foot over. We did this in week 2. Bring your leg across, hands to your heart, grow up and round like a beautiful big sunflower. This is Say's favourite sunflowers. Okay, get your balance again on 2 feet, swap legs, hands to your heart, grow up and spread out like a beautiful sunflower. Excellent, well done guys, give yourselves a round of applause. You've done excellent there with our growing, but we're going to focus on a few more stretches. So I'm going to go right back to the start on that warrior pose, because that's a really good pose to stretch our legs. So I'm going to show you that again and just practice that stretch and a couple of other stretches that are good for your legs. So I'm going to step my left leg out, but don't worry if it's yours isn't your left leg, you can mirror me and point it the other direction, keeping this foot pointing forwards. So those of you who know your maths, our feet are at a right angle to each other. I'm going to bend my knee and stretch my arms out, and like I'm a really strong warrior. You should feel that aching in your front leg. Your bent leg should start to ache a little bit. See if you can reach your arms a bit further outside and come back to them up for me. We're going to go back into warrior pose and do that 3 times before swapping leg. Okay, so we've done it once. This is number 2. Well done, and up. And one last time. You're starting to feel the stretch in your legs. Number 3. Well done. Bring your feet to point forward, and we are going to go the other way. So step out, pointing out to the side. Remember that right angle of our feet, and reach for me. Oh, this leg's stiffer for me this morning. Okay, back up, and we're going to do 2 more. And again. And one last one. Okay, get those legs muscles stretching. Brilliant, guys. Okay, we are going to try and do elephant, and I love elephant as a leg stretch pose. It's about balance and core as well. So elephant, step 1 foot in front of the other. If you can get those toes touching your heel, brilliant. You need your balance. An elephant has a tail behind him and a trunk that swings up, and stretch as high as you can with that trunk. It's testing my balancing skills. I can see wobbly legs. And back down. Should we do it facing the other way? So other foot in front. Oh, I need to swap my feet. I didn't there. Heels to toes. Put your arm out as a tail. And then stretch up with your other arm. Imagine that elephant trumpeting going. Excellent. And our last one we're going to do is a flamingo. And we know flamingos are famous because they spend their life on one leg. So what you need to do is going to use balancing and stretching skills for those muscles. You bring your leg up. You should be stretching the front of this leg. And our other leg, because goes straight up in the air, and it can look round like the head of a flamingo, because flamingos have really long necks, don't they? And see if you can hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap leg for me. That was hard work, wasn't it? It's stretching your quad muscles at the front of your legs. Swap legs. If it helps, find something to look at. Flamingo, neck up, and get your flamingo looking round and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we manage to do that once more on each leg? We'll hold it for 3 this time. Okay. Bring your leg up, arm up, and hold it for 1, 2, 3. Swap over, arm up, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to head back to our flowers in the garden, and we know butterflies love flowers, so we are going to sit down into our butterfly pose with our legs. Put your feet together and you can flap your butterfly wings. This is a nice relaxing pose. If you're finding that it's tricky, push your legs further away from you. If you're finding it easy, bring your legs closer into your bottom. Okay, and we're going to add our butterfly breathing onto it. So for our butterfly breathing, you cross your hands over and link your thumbs together. And our hands make our butterfly wings. So as our hands come off our chest, we breathe in and we breathe out as they come back to our chest. So we're going to do 5 big butterfly breaths to end our yoga today. Okay, ready? 1. Okay, breathe in and out. 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Okay, thank you for joining Yoga with Mrs. Say this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye!